Live from the precipice of fatherhood, the cradle of life, the beginning of the end of the beginning. Brought to you by Beyond the Monster. It's Pod by the River, episode 99. I'm your host today, Ed Hand, and
That's
I'm
not what Ed Hand
joined
sounds like.
by
No.
Hogdale. This is what Ed Hand sounds like now. He's gone through some life changes, and this is what he sounds like now.
Why do you sound like you're like the off-brand like companion to like a cartoon cat on a Saturday morning cartoon?
I had a child, Hogdale. Someday, when you actually go and meet your children, you will understand. But you haven't done that because you're a disappeared dad.
That's not true. I'm not a deadbeat. I'm not Drake.
Why do you sound like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons?
Because I'm old now. I'm a father.
Dad
I'm
power.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long couple of weeks, guys. How's it going? How are things going over here?
Fantastic, Mr. Burns. Thanks for having us.
Hey,
What?
Mr. Burns is an awesome manager. You like the 1992 nuclear power plant softball team? That was absolutely
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
Did you get to know him through your connections with Jerry DePoto?
No, because Jerry DePoto isn't a real person, and C. Montgomery Burns is.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, yeah, it's a Hall of Famer. Did you see the Mariners cut Mitch Haniger today, even though he's worth like
Yeah.
he's getting paid like 15.5 million or something? Like that was a surprise just because they don't have money, the
Yeah, I was gonna
Mariners.
say
So
like
why are they
15
cutting?
million to the Seattle Mariners is like Juan Soto's current contract to anyone else.
Pretty
Uh
much.
yeah, finishing up introductions though. It's me, Ed, and I'm here with Hogdale and Justin today. And
Hello.
yeah, had a kid 10 days ago. And that whole thing about not sleeping once you have children is pretty accurate. I appreciate you guys holding up the fort while I am not here. I listened to the episode, thought it was pretty good. I found myself agreeing with Brady more than you two, which was,
Wow.
I don't want to say unexpected because Brady's a smart guy, but yeah, it was interesting being on that end of it. I have not missed very many episodes here.
Two,
So
right?
yeah, I think that's like the third one I've missed, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like I'm like tallying or anything. But yeah, I also just haven't been I don't think I've watched a spring training game in 2 weeks, which nothing of value was lost. I don't care. No, like really, I don't care about spring training games. And I wasn't feeling it even before. But after people started going nuts about Tanner Houck again, like I don't give a shit, guys. I guess that's something that we can talk about. But you want to catch me up on what I've been missing? Like, what's the talk around Red Sox Nation, Red Sox Twitter, Red Sox Reddit, Red Sox Twitch? I don't know.
It's definitely Crochet.
Yeah, they haven't paid Crochet yet. Like
Yep.
it's that's 1, 2, and 3 on like the shit that actually matters in terms of like what's on all of our minds. And
Yeah.
all the updates we've gotten from people that seem like they'd be in the know have been non-optimistic. And I mean, if we just do, we just want to fully get into it here. Like
Yeah, let's
honestly,
just start there, and then we can go into other stuff. So, am I assuming this correctly? They haven't extended Garrett Crochet, and it doesn't look like they're going to extend Garrett
at this
Crochet.
moment, like that's what all the people are saying. I think it was Rob Bradford. He put out like the first thing that really pointed towards this, and he said like the Red Sox like were comfortable waiting a year to see if Crochet's number would come down. Which I really need to stress and emphasize. If that's what the Red Sox genuinely believe, no one in this front office should be here. They should all be fired. You all suck. Like you're telling me because what you're implying like with that you're comfortable waiting a year is that you think a guy who you just traded significant assets for from your farm system, like you think he's gonna have a bad year? You traded a guy thinking he's gonna have a bad fucking year. First of all, that's ridiculous. The dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Genuinely the dumbest fucking thing I've ever. You're rooting for this guy to have a bad year. Oh, dude, you've been saying he's an ace. If he's an ace, you think you'd fucking pay him? Like, what are you talking about? We'll wait a year. We'll galaxy brain it and have his number come down. You're all morons, in my opinion of anyone in this front office is like irreversibly damaged. If that's actually the case, you're all fucking idiots. Your logic makes zero fucking sense. They've talked about how for months now, like, they don't want to pay old pitchers. We don't want to pay dudes that are 30, that are pitchers. You know what? Fine. Fair. But that means that when you get a young guy, a guy who's right now is currently, I think, 25 years old, he'll turn 26 mid-season. That means that the guy you pay is him. If you don't pay him, that means they're never going to fucking pay anybody, which lines up with the last 3 or 4 years. It's the same shit. It's the same fucking shit. Like, I just want them to be serious. They took a half step in being serious by trading for Crochet. The full step to being serious is by fucking paying him the money that you know you should be giving him, you useless fucking losers. Genuinely. Anyone who is justifying them not paying Crochet, you're a fucking moron. Genuinely.
Cook. Yeah. You said everything I wanted to say, pretty much.
Is that a new microphone, Hogdale?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
What a great new. It can actually pick up all of your yelling. That's great.
That's what we were saying on the last episode. We were like, it does a really good job at encapsulating his vocal rage that he likes to display.
I also found out all of the leftover static is not from the microphone. It's because I had the cancel background noise audio setting on StreamYard. And that fucks with it because my room is kind of echoey. So when I start yelling, it starts thinking that my voice is background noise.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It really doesn't make sense for the Red Sox to be like, we trust this guy enough to bring him here and give Kyle Teal and Braden Montgomery and a few other really good prospects. And then it's like, well, we don't trust him that much, to not give him what he wants. They still have a couple days to get through. He was on the play test you guys had him on. I don't know. I think something released in the last today, maybe, or something. Crochet pretty much saying that he's not optimistic in a deal getting done before opening day. Is that a negotiation tactic? Maybe. Is it him just being honest? Maybe. I don't think he's going to Mexico with the team, so he can stay and maybe try and get something ironed out before opening day. That'd be I'm gonna wait it out and kind of I'll wait until it's opening day and one of the others is done. He's either signed or he's not, and before I freak out or not. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Like, what would Crochet have to be asking for you to be like, okay, let's wait a year? Like, it'd have to be Garrett Cole money, right?
It'd have to be
$320 million over 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe he's asking for that. I think if he was asking for that, the Red Sox would have leaked that shit to the media and been like, he's being ridiculous. Because it's the easiest shit ever. I feel like they absolutely would have just leaked that shit to the media. Track record of lowballing the shit out of any possible player who plays for this organization. I'm very inclined to believe that Crochet's offer, maybe it is a little high, but the Red Sox offer to him is fucking pennies on the dollar. It's probably some shit 8 years, $110 million or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me why we don't know any of the numbers on this right now? How none of this is leaked? Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he's $500 million. He's just telling everybody. Why are the details of these Crochet negotiations so secretive?
I think that whole Vladdy thing happened after negotiations ended. So I think as soon as negotiations end by opening day, we'll probably find out what the numbers are.
Gotcha.
That's my opinion. And if the Boston media, decides to press whoever they need to and press the right buttons to see what those numbers are being thrown around, then we'll see. But until then, I don't think we're going to know until opening day. So
can I tell you guys something that I'm not going to miss is everything we talk about having to do with contract negotiations. Like
Oh my
I
God.
never enjoy that subject matter. I'm really excited for actual baseball
Yeah,
to be happening because
same.
this is just so irrelevant to me. I don't care. I really don't care. It's uninteresting. All it succeeds in doing is making me hate Craig Breslow and John Henry more. So yeah, that's how I feel after hearing about this. Just cut a deal. Like nobody wants to talk about
I'm
this.
sorry.
Nobody cares.
Even if you're scared and you don't want to give him 8 years, okay, fine. Extend him until he's 30. Like, get him till he's 30, make like a 3-year extension with a somewhat high AAV, or like do it where there's an opt out when he turns 30. This should not be fucking difficult, man. For a player who came into this being like, I would like to get an extension done, I have a hard time thinking that he's asking for like a market redefining contract. He will be asking for a market redefining contract if you let him fucking hit free agency in 2 years, and he's asking for $450 million, which he will get because he'll be hitting free agency at age 27, which does not happen when it comes to starting pitchers. It doesn't fucking happen.
Yep.
Maybe they don't like him because he looks like Jason Voorhees. You know, maybe they're scared
That's
of
why you
monster
should love him.
movies.
That's why
Yeah.
you should, like, fucking.
Yeah, but maybe Craig
Max
Breslow's
Murdock.
scared of Friday the 13th movies.
Fucking nerd. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man. This is the second thing where, like, I hope this is a negotiation tactic. I hope this is them playing hardball, which, by the way, that doesn't work. You can't play hardball with a dude that you have already shown in actions and in words that you think is an ace.
Yep.
You gave up a legitimately sick fucking prospect package to get this guy. That already says we think you're going to be really good. And you've also come out and said, this guy's an ace. He's the real deal. What's your fucking leverage, morons? Where's the leverage?
Yeah,
You're not
I mean,
smart. This is stupid. This is so stupid.
Crochet's definitely got him by the balls right now. Like
Yeah.
he's just grabbing him, he's squeezing down and saying, "Okay,
Also,
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
if they
Let me
don't
go
get
after
the-
2 years, dummies."
If they don't get the deal done, it better like come out like, oh, he wanted like 8 years, 350 million. That's
Yeah.
the only way I'm taking like their side, being like, okay, you wait a year, because what's 100 more million on top of 350 million? Like fucking. But I don't know, man. I just don't think he's asking for that much. I simply don't believe it.
I do understand the hesitation to an extent, but this is all
Shouldn't
stuff
have
that
traded
goes.
for him.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. But if that was going to be your issue, then why are you trading with him to begin with? If you're worried that he's only thrown one full season that was really good, like, then what are you doing?
You
You
could have
know?
used those assets to find another pitcher that you really liked and extended them. Like, I'm sorry, anything that like that the Red Sox could say, it's like, okay, you shouldn't have traded for him then. You're morons. Like you are genuinely moronic, idiot, dumb. You're dumb. And that's why I said like if this is true, if this is genuinely true, their strategy is to like wait a year. I'm questioning like the baseball knowledge of every single decision maker involved. You're all morons. You all are. It's insane. Insane. It's such malpractice.
Yep. We spoke about this a lot in the past, where the Red Sox were very hesitant to give big money to pitchers that are pretty much approaching 30 or 30 already. They had plenty of chances to give money to pitchers like that, and they just didn't because they were probably scared when they did it with David Price. Now you have a guy who is 25 and is probably going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball. And I don't understand, if you're not going to give money to a pitcher that you're, out of free agency, and if you're not going to give money to a pitcher that you trusted, to be your ace and traded for, who are you going to give money to? Yeah. Is it just going to be position players? Is it just going to be, relievers, like closers, you'll throw money to every now and then? They've shown that. You're just never going to give starting pitchers money ever again. I don't understand the angle here.
Yeah, like all the best teams that won World Series, none of them paid starting pitchers.
No.
Like none of them gave big contracts to starting pitchers. Definitely none of them.
Right. Yeah.
It's dumb. It's very dumb. It's very stupid. Hopefully this is a negotiation tactic. Even if it is a negotiation tactic, it's not a very fucking effective one. You morons.
No. Yeah. It could have just this could have been done. This could have been something that's not on his mind, on the franchise's mind. And I thought it was really weird how Sam Kennedy was like he needs to figure out if he wants to live in Boston or not. That I don't understand that.
He
comment
just
at
got
all.
here.
Yeah.
What
What?
are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
When did this come up? Wait. When did this come
on.
up?
It's within the last week.
I'm gonna look because I don't.
After we're done talking about this bullshit, my dad ran a topic by me that I want to bring up with you. He called you Hognose this time, Hogdale, and I said his name's Hogblood.
Yeah.
Hog blood.
Yeah.
Hogblood is a stream thing. It came from the stream.
Yeah.
Hogblood.
My dad's
I'm
called you a
looking
lot
for
of
this.
different things because he can't remember the Dale part.
Real. It's real as fuck.
He's called you Hogbone before, also.
Love it.
I'm struggling to find this, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said something in like when someone asked Sam Kennedy about how's the contract negotiations working out, and he's like he needs to see what. Yeah, okay, here it is. We would obviously love to have him a part of the organization for a long time. This was on WEEI. You've seen a little glimpse of what hopefully is to come. He and his family need to decide if is Boston where they want to be. As the three of us know, it's not for everybody, but I think given his mindset and makeup, he'll have a lot of success here if that's what he chooses. I don't understand what he's saying. Like, is he saying that Crochet is hesitant about living in Boston, being part of the Red Sox for a long time? I don't get it. I
mean, that sounds pretty straightforward. Like he has to decide if he wants to be here or not. Like that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously, like why does that have to be said? I don't get why that's a thing. Like, yeah, he has to decide if he wants to live in Boston for the rest of his career. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
He's implying like, oh, the financial package we put forth in front of him is good enough. It's just up to him to choose whether or not to take it. Which I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't.
No one should believe you. You motherfuckers still haven't signed a deal that's like longer than like 4 years. In like fucking almost a half decade.
In a while.
Fucking break.
Yeah, and they have an opportunity to do that now. And will they do it? I don't know. I mean, I was very optimistic heading into this week, and now I'm just kind of like.
Well, it pisses me off because I'm so excited for this Red Sox season. This team is going to be so good.
Yeah.
And then you have this bullshit just lingering over it's like the lingeringness of what they've been the last 5 years. A fucking loser, pathetic team who refuses to financially commit to anything and put their balls on the table.
They financially committed to Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
What? Because a mob would have come down and burned Fenway Park to the ground because they.
I don't know. Everyone hates that signing now.
Yeah, because it is an overpay. They overpaid him. I'm happy he's here forever. They paid him at the worst possible moment, which was the last possible moment. They weren't financially proactive. They didn't lock him up years earlier. It's the same shit they did with Xander. They're bad at this. They're very bad at this in terms of correct timing on when to extend people. Honestly, that's where I'm coming to.
My dad gave me his predictions for Devers this season, and he thinks he's going to hit 230 with 11 homers and play like 80 games. And he thinks that there's just going to be a bunch of lingering issues because he's pissed off at them.
Wow, tough crowd.
Yeah, what do you guys think on that prediction?
I don't like it personally.
I mean, you want to talk about a dude who like burning up every ounce of goodwill he'd ever had. Like if that happens, I just don't think it will. I don't think Rafi's that big of a baby.
I think cooler heads will prevail, and I think if they win a lot, everyone's going to be happy. So,
I don't know. I don't know how petty I think Rafael Devers is. I guess we're going to find out.
I don't think he's petty. I think he just wants to. We all need the season to start, players included. Everybody just needs the season to start. Get into your routines, get into your habits, win some baseball games, and let Cora do his thing. That's why he's here. He can manage the room, manage the clubhouse, and I'm going to leave him up to it. And
you know who's not going to be here opening day to help us win baseball games? Well, Josh Winkowski, but also transitioning. Look at this. I did a transition. Masataka Yoshida.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to start the year in AAA, apparently.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, real quick, I fucking told all of you They hate him! Holy fuck! Holy shit! How many times do I have to say things and be doubted and then be proven correct? Every fucking time! Holy fuck! Him and Vaughn Grissom, who's fucking 2 for 1 for me this week. Holy shit! They fucking optioned this guy to AAA because they can't justify the IL to the MLBPA because he's not nearly as hurt as they want you to think he is. Wow! Who would have fucking foresaw?
Did they option him? Did they actually option him yet? I didn't see that anywhere.
It's a rehab assignment.
They said, like, he'll start the year in AAA.
Yeah.
But if it's a rehab assignment, then that is the IL, is it not?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be. I think. I mean, Chris Cotillo said it was a rehab assignment, so yeah, I think you're right. I think they will have to IL him.
But then
That's cool. I get to meet Masa on Wednesday then for media day. That's gonna be fun.
Get a picture.
Polish up your jacket.
They don't let us do that. I can't just like whip out my phone and be like,
Just
"Look at Masa."
just do it anyways.
It's funny though. It
Just
is
do it
funny because in the chats we're in, like, I'm talking about Yoshida, and it's like, oh, you know, well, he'll just come up later and he'll play left field. Is this your first day? By the time he's ready to come back, you know what's going to happen by the time he's ready to come back in like a
Roman
month?
Anthony will be in the majors.
Roman Anthony's busting the fucking door down, you fucking... I can't. Like, I'm sorry. Dude, he's not seeing another game.
No.
They hate this player so fucking much, it's insane.
I was going to say that. We're never going to see Masataka Yoshida ever
It's
again.
nothing against him.
Yeah.
They hate him way more than he should be hated.
Yeah.
He's a fine ball player. He does things that are useful. He's pretty cool. He's got that good charisma, good vibes.
Very nice guy. Yeah.
Aura.
He does have aura. They hate him. They hate him so unfathomably fucking much as a baseball player. Anything he does on the baseball field, they turn up their nose with a sneer of disgust. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this dude's not seeing the field again. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. The outfield jam, it's too crowded. And Roman Anthony, who should be on the team already at this moment, is going to make it way more obvious how much he should be on the team in a month than from now, when he's hitting with a fucking 1,300 OPS in AAA. This dude's not seeing another game for the Boston Red Sox. He's just not.
Yeah, he is Japanese Rusney Castillo, unfortunately.
That makes me sad. I love
he's better than that, man.
He is better than that. You're right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not comparing the players. I'm just saying, like, the circumstances.
No, it is. It's the same. Yeah. It's the same kind of circumstance. And hey, like I said, 2 for 1 for me this week in terms of victory laps. Vaughn Grissom also optioned, and it looks like Campbell's going to make the opening day roster, and he's going to be the opening day second baseman.
Yep.
I fucking told all of you. I said this was going to happen. No one in their right mind ever would have played Vaughn Grissom over fucking Christian Campbell. And real people made the argument that, like, actually they should. And Vaughn should get the chance to win the job. No, you're dumb. I was proven that you were dumb. I'm glad the Red Sox are also not dumb. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm still in opposition to them doing that, but not for the same reasons as you. I still very strongly believe they should have gone with the original, like what we were originally told: Bregman at second, Raffy at third, Masa at DH. But
because then you can accommodate Yoshida and like let him play baseball.
Yeah. Then we have to let Yoshida play and hit like and have a good hitter in your lineup. Like, fuck me, right?
We have some minor breaking news here. Here you go, Hogdale. Trace Thompson has been optioned to AAA Worcester.
Thank fucking God.
There you go.
I'm winning so much.
That's 3 for 3, buddy. That's 3 for 3.
Guys, like, fucking, I don't get paid, but I should. For I would say this is what they pay me for. This is what you guys watch me for. It's like I just say things that are proven correct eventually.
Yeah.
And like,
that's not why I watch you. I watch you because you're cute.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. This is going to be the year of victory laps for me, and like we're off to a strong start. 3
You know what I like about that? I want the Tristan Casas 30+ home run season so bad.
Oh, dude. I was saying this on stream because I had a big thing about Vaughn Grissom when the Grissom thing happened. People are not ready for how much of a insufferable cock I'm going to be when Tristan Casas hits 35 home runs this season. They're just not ready for it. The world isn't ready. I'm going to be the biggest piece of shit the world has ever seen to everybody. You can't tell me anything. Like, it's just so sorry. I'm on the grassroots Tristan Casas movement. And he's gonna thrive this year, dude. I can't wait.
I had actual people in my mentions this week saying that Christian Campbell can't hit a beach ball in spring training.
Get a job.
Can you fucking believe that?
I'm sorry.
I can believe it. No, I can believe it because I would say that most of the people in your mentions are oh God,
Idiots.
What's the word? It's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, horrible.
Non-ball knowers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to do. First of all, I've always thought that we just need another plague, but I think I need to do some sort of like purge in my following, and there's a lot of people that are just pissing me off lately because they take these fucking Facebook and these 98.5 the Sports Hub takes and they bring them into my mentions thinking just because I am an asshole doesn't mean that I am like those people. I'm not like those radio hosts that like I don't come across. I know I come across kind of like that, but don't bring those fucking takes into my mentions because I'm gonna fucking slam you. I mean, it's idiotic.
I don't think you come across that way at all. I think that you come across like the antithesis of that, where you just like to punch those people in the face.
Yeah,
you just really like to metaphorically punch 98.5 listeners in the mouth, and then when they say stop, I need my teeth are broken, you just do it again, and then they keep telling you. They tell you they have a family, and you say, I don't care. You should have thought of that.
I'm gonna go after them
this
next.
Stupid take here, and then you burn their house down.
Yeah, pretty much.
There was legitimately a week where people are like, "Oh yeah, Trace Thompson, he's going to be on the opening day roster." And
stupid.
They were saying this in earnest, and I correctly, and y'all and all of us here correctly were like, "That's dumb. That's a really dumb thing to say for a team that already has a insane outfield logjam with players who are 80 million fucking times better than Trace Thompson could ever even dream of being."
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, and unfortunately, sadly. We did fall victim to some spring training shenanigans, and that like Sean Newcomb is gonna be fucking spring. He's basically pitching Trace Thompson. He'll be the number 5 starter.
I don't mind Newcomb because can I explain to you why I actually think that that's a good call?
Yes.
You start Newcomb as the number 5 guy in your rotation, and then whatever Bayo, Crochet, or whoever is going to be comes back first. Returns, you just move him to the Chase Anderson role, which he is perfect for. I think Newcomb is an excellent human victory human victory cigar / white flag. He's left-handed, so you even get that from him. So
then do they keep Criswell stretched out in AAA?
Yeah. They were saying he's behind anyway, so you need to stretch him out. He hasn't looked that good in the spring. Not that anybody cares, but like if they're saying he's behind, like I'm fine with it,
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can do the Chase Anderson role fine. He induced a lot of ground balls last year.
It's for like one start. It's for like 1 or 2 starts. Like they'll get an off day.
It'll be 2 starts until Bayo's.
Cool. Okay.
Bayo's supposed to come back by I think they said April 11th, which is 2 full turns through the rotation. So he'll have 2 starts, and then he will either be. I don't know if he can be optioned because he doesn't have any options. I don't really know how that can go down.
Then you put him in. Then again, you just put him in the swingman role because it doesn't seem like anybody else is going to be taking that. I would guess it's going to be some combination of Zach Kelly, Greg Weissert, Brennan Bernardino, and Brian Mata, who is for some reason in this conversation now.
He's showing out.
I don't understand why you would waste the 40-man spot and just keep him for depth, but I guess that's in the conversation now with Mata.
Yeah,
it's not like he has an opt-out.
Did you see his stuff graph like that they put out for like how he's been showing so far? That's why. It's because
we've seen that before. I don't.
But hasn't the only Mata's him back like being chronically injured?
Mata's problem has never been like stuff or like ability. It's always been availability. It's always been his injury proneness and can he stay on the field, and I think there was a conversation a year or 2 ago about effort and kind of how bad do you really want to be here. I think I've heard that in some circles, but
It just seems like weird roster management to me because this guy, it's like you just said, he has not been available. So
Yeah,
we finally get him off of the 40-man roster. They finally did it after he was eating up a 40-man spot for how many years? And
yeah.
now we're just going to put him back on it so he can tweak his hamstring and go back on the 15-day IL. Cool.
Well, but then it's easy. The move is easy. You put him on the IL, and then it's the next man up. I mean, that's always kind of what it's been.
But now
We've seen this with Joely last year, and then Bernardino starting in AAA. Joel, they gave Joely a chance, which I think was wrong, but they gave him a chance, and we all knew he wasn't going to do good. He didn't do good, and then he was gone. And then Bernardino came up. Like, this is just what they do. This is their process for some reason.
Can I
But
just
you're
say
still
I'm
wasting a 40-man spot. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
why
but
do that when you can just keep him in AAA until he shows that he can actually stay healthy for a little bit?
who are you wasting him for? Like, who is really like him being in that unless it's Zach Kelly, I think Zach Kelly should be up. I mean, and obviously Bernardino, but is he like? Do you really care to see Weissert over Mata? I think they're pretty.
Well, it's just Weiser
You know what I
already
mean?
has the 40-man spot. I would rather be able to keep like you don't have to you have to give Mata the 40-man spot to bring him up. He's not on the 40-man right now.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's pretty easy. There's definitely someone that you can set aside that you can cut ties with and bring Mata up. I'm sorry, like
I just don't see the point in doing it right now. I really don't like. You're gonna have to give those 40-man spots to other people. You want to add Roman Anthony, you have to put him on. You want to add
yeah.
Christian Campbell, you have to give him a 40-man spot.
Yeah, and there's ways to do it. Like they could, we were talking about it earlier. They could 60-day IL a couple guys. They could 60-day IL Murphy. They could 60-day IL Penrod, and then there's your 40-man spot. You know what I mean? So,
but then another guy goes on the 15-man. You need to open up a spot. You need to open up a spot. That's what I'm saying. These 40-man spots are valuable. They're already using one on Luis Perales that shortens them down to 39.
Yeah. I don't know. I like how they're seeing what he has, what he can finally give you. And if it's not good, then they don't care about cutting. They cut him once before, so they'll do it again. They don't care. So I'm fine with it. And he's very boomer bust. If he booms, then it's gonna be great. He's gonna be a very, very valuable pitcher in the bullpen. If he busts, then fucking kick rocks. Who cares?
literally.
Yeah. Yep. It's fine. So I'm cool with it.
I hate it when guys
like
bust.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Who doesn't like that? But
yeah, I hate when they bust. Just like when they bust all over the place, it's just the worst.
Yeah, and you gotta clean it up, and
it's
disaster.
Yeah, they just leave a mess for everybody else. You know?
Yeah, they
Especially
never clean it up
Hogdale.
themselves. Yeah. But it's just gonna be that 40-man spot is just gonna be a revolving door of just average to below average relievers. Every team has it. Every single franchise out there has it, and if they can capitalize on it and then find something useful in him, then great. I'm cool with it. But it's gonna be exciting. We've never seen him really pitch at any meaningful games before, and he was one of the best prospects in the system years ago. I think, right? Am I right in saying that?
He was the top pitching prospect for a bit. I mean, he's been here forever. He was a Dombrowski guy. That's how long he has been in the system for.
Yeah. That was the GM that I was told could never do wrong. So,
To be fair, though, like at the time he would have been the top pitching prospect in the system. The system would have been god fucking awful back
horrendous.
Then, dude. Like that was at the time, like when, like Darwinzon Hernandez was like
a
prospect. Like
I think he pitched in the Futures game in I want to say 2019.
Darwinzon or Mata?
Mata.
Oh, okay.
Like my god, dude, it was dark. It was really dark back then.
And Durbin Feltman. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Feldman was supposed to, because he was like a college closer. He was supposed to be the truth, and then he turned out to be. Who is that guy that they did that with? Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? It was like in 2006. There was another like super reliever that came up and just didn't do anything. He was like a first-round pick. I want to say his first name was Craig, but I might be wrong about that. Wasn't Kimbrel.
No.
Oh, did you see Kimbrel's going back to the Braves?
Yeah, he's probably going to retire after this. That's cool.
Yeah.
He's not going to get save opportunities, which sucks. Maybe a couple, but
Yeah, but it's a nice bookends for him.
yeah.
I kind of like it. It's funny though. The before and after picture really does look like one of those preventative meth ads. Like this is my meth face. Like that really is what that looks like. His look is intentional too. I don't know why he chose to do that. And I can't listen. I'm not one that can judge someone's looks, but it is certainly a choice to look like you could be an extra on Breaking Bad. Like that's really a choice for you there, Craig Kimbrell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Good for him.
Fights.
Good for him. Him and Kenley are pretty much in a dogfight as to who's gonna come out with more saves before both of them retire. It's kind of like how Verlander and Scherzer are kind of, they want more strikeouts than the other before some of them retire too. So,
the
yeah.
unction.
The unction, yeah. Welcome to the unction.
Welcome to.
Yeah.
Sounds like Cora hasn't committed to Newcomb being the number 5 guy. He said it doesn't mean that. It means we're down to decisions. Whenever we announce it, we announce it. Newcomb, put himself in a good position to be there. Coop pitched today. We weren't able to extend him, but we know what he's able to do. So we'll get there when we get there. That was Chris Cotillo reported that. And a part of me thinks that Cora just enjoys trolling the media. We've seen that time after time.
They optioned Priester.
Yeah, so, but Cooper's in he's saying that Cooper Criswell is in contention for the number 5 spot.
Oh, there. I see. Okay. Gotcha.
I mean,
yeah.
Whatever.
Fair enough, I guess.
I'm glad they committed to Fitz at least, because I'm glad we'll at least get to see him pitch a bit.
Because Priester only has the one option left, right? So
well, they used it. They already used it because they had just optioned him down to AAA.
Well, he gets an option for the entire year. So
yeah, the option goes for the full season. So they used it now. If he had made the team and they just never optioned him down, then they would have another one for him. But they don't. Right. This is his last option.
Yeah, so he's not going to have any options heading into next year. This is a big year for him.
You know who else got optioned though?
Who's that?
The guy that they traded for him, Nick York, got optioned it for the Pirates.
Did he?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Yeah, I guess he didn't have a good enough spring.
What the fuck are they doing? Who's playing second base for the Pirates that's more valuable than Nick fucking York?
I think it's Hogdale.
It really.
I mean, if that's the case, then
no.
I get it. Nick York. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sucks for Nick York, man. Damn.
What are they doing? I mean, it's.
I don't know who their second baseman is.
Fucking Dick McDingleberry, I think.
That's a good name. That's an awesome name. I love Dick McDingleberry.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good base stealer.
574 OPS. Like, all right, man. Like,
it's not very good.
It's not good, but like, I don't know. I don't know who your second baseman is. Who's going to be doing much better than that?
I guess there was a little bit of other Red Sox news that we haven't really talked about. Adam Ottavino's was released.
Yeah,
because he didn't make the team, which fine. He didn't look very good, so cool. Get out of here, man. And Matt Moore also didn't make the team, but he accepted his assignment to AAA, which cool, neat. That's cool. Lefty dad. That's like Lucas Lutke last year, where they just didn't use him at all. But hey, he was there
at some point. But yeah, he was Bing chilling.
Yeah.
Didn't he? We saw him play for the Red Sox, didn't we? Or no?
I don't think Lutke got brought up. I don't think he ever got brought up.
I don't think he ever pitched a single inning.
You know what also could happen that people are kind of forgetting? That say they don't want to use Newcomb for the number 5 spot. People are getting cut right now. We just saw the Angels traded for Ian Anderson from the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they make a trade for another guy that isn't making a different team, that they just say, hey, we like this guy. We want to try him out here as our number 5 starter. And if it works, then great. And if it doesn't work, then we'll just drop him.
I guess, by the way, rest in peace, Ian Anderson's career. That dude.
He's fucked.
That dude was about to have a 9.75 ERA in 12 starts with the Angels. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Rough go for you, brother. It's over.
Yeah.
That poor man.
Just going back to the Pirates thing, it looks like their depth chart says Nick Gonzalez.
Oh, he had a good year last year, Gonzalez. Actually,
he had a pretty good year, I guess. But I don't know, man.
I think he's a former first-round pick or something. Also,
yeah, first round, 7th overall pick in 2020.
I can't believe you guys haven't brought up the actual biggest story. Is that Tanner Houck forgot how to pitch, guys? He's bad.
Yeah,
Tanner Houck is a bad pitcher, and he's not going to do anything in the big leagues.
Hang it up.
Hang
it up.
Going. Hang on. Where's the flag? Hang on a second.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. He's going to be in Korea by June, and Sean Newcomb is going to be a Cy Young contender. That is what is going to happen, right?
With Josh Winkowski, given tour guides about the supreme leader Kim Jong Il.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what really annoys me about this shit is the cognitive dissonance, the inconsistency of logic, of dudes If you genuinely think Tanner Houck is in trouble because he's had a rough spring training and he's actually secretly been a bum this entire time, you should think that Sean Newcomb is going to be a fucking Cy Young contender, coming in to pitch at the number 5 spot for the Red Sox this season. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry if we're taking spring training stats seriously. You're selectively applying it to maybe fit a narrative. This is dumb. Fucking readjust your entire framing of your thoughts. This is dumb.
Didn't we already do this with Houck 2 years ago when he was trying to learn Cutter or
last
whatever?
Year.
We already did this!
Yes. Yeah. And we keep doing it because we're fucking morons. Because we're all stupid. We're not, but everybody else is just dumb. I'm sorry.
You don't yell often. 10 out of 10 on the yell there.
God. No, it's just that because if he's bad, then everybody will be like, "Oh, well, we should have seen this coming. He had a bad spring." And if he's good, nobody's going to talk about this in 2 weeks. But it's it's legitimate to be concerned right now. No, it isn't.
No,
it's no more legitimate or less legitimate than a guy having a good spring training. Oh, we should be excited about Sean Newcomb because he's had an awesome spring. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. There's a reason that he's
Trace Thompson, man. He's pitching Trace Thompson.
Oh,
stop!
God.
Just stop! Why do I have to be the voice of reason? I shouldn't have to be the voice of reason by telling you guys just stop.
Baby, you were born this way.
It's just...
Listen, don't deny who you are, Hogdale. You shouldn't have to, but you are. You are, and the sooner you accept that, the better off the rest of us will be.
Is that just is that my secret role? Is I'm the voice of reason, but
always has been.
But because the world has gone so far to shit, I'm just a very aggressively loud voice of reason.
Yeah, you have to be sometimes for people to hear you. For people to understand. Yeah, I had some idiot in my mentions yesterday saying Christian Campbell has done nothing this spring and looks horrible, but he still should be in the starting lineup. Okay, fucking that makes absolutely fucking zero sense by your logic, right? If you're putting so much credence into spring training numbers, but they're saying how it's actually he's actually a bad hitter because of spring training
and because of how his swing looks, because he does have a very unique swing. I think that it scares people a little bit. I saw somebody for some reason compare him to Julio Lugo today, which was a really random comparison.
It is random. I usually the swing style you see is people do a lot of Hunter Pence comparisons.
These are the same people also that compare Cedar Rafaela to Mookie Betts. So let's really just stop taking them. There's a reason Ian Cundall says not to make comps. He's right. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not good for anybody because you build up expectations, and when they turn out to be their own unique player, you're disappointed. So it's just not. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah. Henry Owens was Nolan Ryan.
Was he?
So, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Man, that was a generation of prospects. Did I ever tell you that I in 2014 I ran into Lars Anderson's parents in during a wine hour at a hotel in San Francisco?
How do you know what they look like?
I didn't. I was talking to them, and they mentioned that their son Lars plays baseball for. Had played baseball before, and I was like, "Real? What?"
And there's only one Lars ever.
No, well, I asked him, I got them to confirm it was Lars Anderson. I think he was off the team at this point, but it was it was one of those oh my God, this is such a small world. This is before I was doing any of this stuff. Also.
Is Lars short for something?
No, it's Lars, unless it's short for Larson or something. Lars is a name. Lars is definitely a name.
Didn't you ever watch Rocket Power?
Lars Ulrich is the
Yeah.
drummer of Metallica. Lars
Yeah,
definitely
Lars,
good.
and he was also Twister's bully older brother, who was one of the only likable characters in that
What the
show.
fuck? Yeah, you're right. I
Also, what
didn't
about
realize that.
Lars Nootbaar?
Oh
Cardinal.
yeah,
Yeah. You're right. Wow, there's a lot more Larses out there than I thought there were. Wow, that's
yeah.
crazy. Huh. Huh.
But yeah,
It's an interesting name.
glad we can go over that. Yeah. So anyway, the conclusion is Tanner Houck sucks, and take the under on all of his.
Yep.
Like,
Horrible.
listen, I'm not even expecting him to be as good as he was last year. It's just that I don't like using spring training statistics for fucking anything.
I couldn't
No.
believe
For
that-
anything.
I couldn't believe that Sox Prospects was the first one to start this shit. Like he was like the one who like put out a thing like, oh, Tanner Houck's not missing many bats in spring training.
Yeah.
Who was it?
He's not Red Sox stats.
Oh,
Sox
stats. Didn't
Yeah.
hasn't stats kind of pissed everyone off lately? Like, doesn't he just not
Apparently
give a
so.
shit anymore?
Well, I mean,
I'll always like stats.
I don't have an issue
like
with
stats.
stats whatsoever. I just people are mad at him.
I mean, he was very extra negative around the time when the Red Sox were actually doing good things, which kind of alienated a lot of people from him recently.
I think that's because he was in the same boat as me with Rafi at third base, basically.
Yeah.
He thought it was dumb, and I happen to agree with him still. That's going to be my hill that I forever take for a while. It's going to be my new the ocean to traded Nomar. No matter how successful it is, I'm going to be angry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when Stats is mad about something, it's very well informed. It's
Yeah.
educated. He's not just yelling into a microphone just for no reason.
Well, no, because
So-
he doesn't. We don't know what he sounds like.
Exactly.
It might be you. For all we know, he's you.
Definitely not me. I'm not that. I'm not nearly that fucking smart. But
What if he was Brady?
that would be fine.
That would
That'd be
surprise me.
awesome.
Brady's a smart guy.
Whoever it is has an alter ego. Like you're the person, and then your alter ego is Stats. Like they are two
Yeah.
coexisting personalities. It's not just one guy. So
You know what I really respect about Stats more than
Mhm.
anything else, more than any baseball knowledge? I love how quick Stats is on the block the block button with their trigger finger.
oh
It's-
yeah.
I respect. You know why? There's no sense in engaging with someone that you even find mildly annoying. There's just no point in doing it. Like I
And
am a
that's
little
why,
too polite to do it, but I wish I did.
No, and that's why when someone's trying to make a very clearly stupid argument against me, and I just start making fun of them. I'm not gonna delve into a conversation with someone who has no idea what they're talking about. So I'm just gonna insult you instead. And then that's why they're like, "Oh, I've won the argument because you just resort to insults." No, I just want to waste my time. So I could totally understand that. But yeah, it's been a minefield on social media lately. Apparently, there's some sort of Yankees Twitter. Yankees Twitter is having its Craig Teed moment right now.
What?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Again? I thought they already had it with that foot guy.
no. Because I don't know what happened with that, but apparently there's a Yankee Mario something. I don't know. I never followed them. I haven't no clue who they are, but conned a bunch of people on Twitter to buy him like tickets and gear and just being like a piece of shit. And like I think he was sending pictures of genitalia to girls and
Oh fuck.
yeah. It's like the BQ thing was like, okay, he's just being fucking weird. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was confirmed that he was talking to minors or whatever the fuck, but this other one is like pretty serious, and it's just funny to watch something like the Craig Teed situation unfold in another fan base. it's really fun to watch, and I don't fully understand all of it, so that's cool too.
I'm sure that if you are relatively new to this pod and like Red Sox Twitter in general, you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about with Craig Teed. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That whole saga was insane.
That night was wild. That night was crazy.
Basically, a guy who was just like a very talkative figure on Red Sox Twitter got canceled for being
mega canceled.
Mega had to make a bunch of fake websites for himself so that his bosses at work don't check in on him.
Yeah.
for being a big old creep with underage girls.
Yep.
It's just
Yep.
wild. Just a wild night.
Yeah. 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 And it ended like after that night. I think it was just there's just like some residual, but he left and he never. I don't think
He showed up on TikTok very briefly after and
Did
then
he?
disappeared again. Yeah, there was like
Jeez.
one TikTok video of him.
Yeah,
It was wild.
fucking weirdo. I don't know. It's social media is really something these days.
It's a minefield. It
It
really,
really
is.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, here's a this is an interesting Cotillo tweet that is saying late ads always screw this up, but my read is that the Red Sox have 4 spots for 6 pitchers: Newcomb, Criswell, Kelly, Bernardino, Weissert, and Mata. So that's 4 for 6. Who would you guys pick of those 4?
Well, definitely Bernardino because they, to my knowledge, they need another lefty, right?
Yeah, if Chapman's going to be the closer, you probably need a second lefty. So
Right.
that seems like and you still don't really know what you're getting with Wilson. So
Yeah.
I do think it's funny, like, how cemented that Wilson spot. Like, no, like, yeah, Justin Wilson, like, this guy's got a roster spot.
well,
Which
he
is
does.
just-
So
yeah, he does.
he does.
He
He does. He does.
It's like, hey, you guys just
Yeah.
don't know this guy's the shit. He better be. He better be really good. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
you're on record, Hogdale, saying that you're not that concerned about him. So
I mean, I'm not. I'm just like, they're being very bold about this and like being very like, yeah, this is the fucking guy.
they're very
Like,
confident
lefty
in
out of the
Justin
bullpen.
Wilson.
It's Justin Wilson. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Bailey, I trust you. Reward my faith, please.
And so I would choose Zach Kelly, Bernardino, Mata, just because it's high risk, high reward. And I need one more, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Fucking
Newcomb or Criswell.
I mean, I guess
'Cause you
Newcomb.
need a starter.
I guess Newcomb, and then you keep Criswell stretched out. Because if Newcomb doesn't do well, you just fucking cut him, and then Criswell can come up and take his spot.
Can I just say, like Coro's comments where he said like he's not dedicated to naming like Newcomb the 5th starter. You know what? I really hope that isn't code for we're just gonna do a bullpen game that day because
It's not. No,
I
there's
be
no
done
way.
with bullpen games forever. I'm
Yeah, me
I'm so
too.
done with them.
Me
What
too.
I-
them so fucking much.
But I think that I still think that they might do a late ad for a 5th starter, like from a guy that didn't make another team. I really think, and then Newcomb can still make the team. He can still make the team as your Chase Anderson. But that would be the other thing. There would be if they grab a guy like that, if they don't like any of their current options.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I like Kelly and Bernardino for 2 of those spots. I guess of these options, I'm going Kelly, Bernardino, Weissert, Newcomb because I don't respect Mata. I simply don't respect him. We've played the game with him repeatedly, and he's never been able to do it. I'm not just giving him his 40-man spot back after it took years to get him off of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with that. I mean, these are you have like the Zach Kellys who's like they show a lot of promise, and then you have like the other ones like the last to be added to the roster. It's like any of them is fine.
Yeah.
I really don't care that much.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly actually has good stuff. That's the other thing. I think Kelly, of that group, Kelly is actually good.
Yes,
so that's why I want him for it.
I'm not including Kelly in that group. Like Kelly should have a roster spot, like ready to go, like locked in. Yeah.
Are you guys surprised that Luis Guerrero isn't one of those guys?
I want to be, but unfortunately I'm not. I mean, he was struggling to find, he was struggling like location wise and kind of, controlling his pitches a little bit, like the last, I want to say handful of appearances. So he clearly has stuff to work on. He'll be back in the season at some point, and I'm fine with that. He's just got to clean it up a little bit, and that's fine. That's okay.
I mean, they can take
Clean
their
it up.
time with him. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see him back sooner rather than later because of all the names you just mentioned, he's better than all of them, like by a decent margin.
Yeah.
And I know this because like I saw him pitch like in games that matter and not in spring fucking training. My God.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming maybe like something's off with his mechanics and like that's why they sent him down. Like I said, I trust Andrew Bailey. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. But But when games start to matter, Luis Guerrero better be on this fucking team.
Yeah, we already have a guy who strikes out a ton, but also walks a ton in Aroldis Chapman. You don't need two guys like that. So he needs to clean it up, and he'll be back. And I think once he comes back, he's going to be pitching some pretty high leverage situations. I would hope so.
Can I just say also, like with the bullpen situation, it's been it's the extension of that thing I brought up, like why are they so scared of the future? Like, do we really have to go through Aroldis Chapman closing for the Boston Red Sox? Like, why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Because I think Cora likes having a veteran in that role. It's more like having Kenley there to him. So
it's better.
He likes the experienced guy.
It's better if like the veteran like isn't a walking piece of human garbage and like also is unclutch and like his
we would prefer
highlights recently is getting fucking annihilated in the postseason.
Yes, we would prefer Justin Slayton being in that role. I completely agree with you.
Because Slayton is he's the best arm in the bullpen. Just use the best one, please.
Yeah. Simply put, the guy that doesn't walk anyone and is incredibly difficult to hit. Like I don't understand why.
It's like I gotta use the vet. It's nothing to me if he's a worse player.
Yeah, but I mean that's Cora has his types with that, and if we've seen this over like the course of history that whoever the closer is on opening day, it might not be by the end of the season. I still remember 2013 where they burned through Bailey and Hanrahan before finding Koji. So
Koji didn't start the year as a closer. That's right.
Koji was like their seventh inning guy, and he didn't throw hard. He wasn't your prototypical closer. But he was fucking unhittable and had the most enormous balls of any relief pitcher I've ever seen.
A fucking demon splitter. That thing was just absolutely disgusting.
Koji's 2013, I've said this before and I will say it until the end of time, is the single most dominant closer I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like 9 pitches, 0 stress. I'm always stressed out in the 9th inning. With Koji, it was like, oh, okay, every batter is starting off 0-2 and is terrified of him just dropping that splitter on them. You cannot hit this guy.
No, never.
And he knows it.
And then he just was never the same after, man. It's crazy. He
was good. He made the All-Star team the next year.
That did he?
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He just he was also pushing 40.
That's true. Yeah, he was very old. Yeah.
It's also hard to be better than like one of the most dominant reliever runs in the history of baseball.
Yeah,
sure.
People love Papelbon, and rightfully so. But if you're asking me to just pick a guy to get 3 outs in the 9th, it's Koji. It's Koji 2013 every single time.
Like you look at Koji's career, 2014 sorry, I was looking at his FIP, which is 3.09, which is also still very good. After it was 2.52, 2.23, 3.45. That is, I mean, but is the fucking what was like a 1.09 ERA in 2013.
That's insane.
Yeah, he was an absolute demon. He was a demon.
Yeah, he was.
He was worth 3.5 B-WAR as a reliever.
Wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah. We are doing prediction episode.
On Wednesday.
Cool.
And I'm going to be over. I'll also be able to do a minor league report because I'm going to be over at Worcester for Media Day, which is going to be fun. So I'll give you all the updates on Massa, on Quinn Priester, on whoever else has gotten sent down there. I'm kind of while I'm rooting for Zach Kelly to make the team, like there's that part of me that wants to be able to be like, "Yo, Zach, what's up?" Like, I like if both him and Sogard make the team, I'm gonna have like nobody to talk to.
Yeah, well, no, you just
have to make new friends. I don't like doing that.
Yeah,
that's not true. That's not true. Hunter Dobbins is a nice guy, and we'll see who makes. Did you? This means nothing to anybody except for me, but Isaac Coffey is apparently starting the season in AAA. This means nothing to you guys. I'm aware of this, but he's a righty sidearmer that's had very good results, and that nobody predicts to be able to get anybody at the MLB level out because he throws like 91.
He had a good season last year, right?
He had a great season in AA. Yeah, he was excellent.
Hopefully, he can build off that and kind of force his way into the conversation of the big league.
I mean, it's just there are guys that do very well in the minors because AA hitters are AA hitters. They can't pick up on like weird spin and weird release points and all that. But it's really hard to have success at the major league level when you are a right-handed strikeout pitcher that can only hit 91 on their fastball.
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
extremely difficult to do.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool to see him kind of tear up AAA
I'd love it.
and see what the next steps are.
I mean, I want everybody to do well because at the
Yeah.
worst case scenario, then you have better trade chips. So
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
anyway, Hogdale, you got anything else? You got anything you want to say? You got anything you feel?
I think I got most of my feelings and emotions in this episode. I feel like this was a very fiery episode.
It
Yeah.
was.
You guys really
it
fired
was.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, not sleeping for 2 weeks will do that to you, bud.
Yeah. 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 It
Uh,
kind of goes with the territory, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday, and until then, show me your ass, Hogdale.